introduce the starting lineups for today, and Frank's got the starting lineups for you on the radio.
Well, the visiting Ashdown Panthers leading off and playing second base will be number 4, Cutter Dollarhide. Playing shortstop and batting second, number 5, Walt Jones. Batting third and playing first base, number 3, Tyler Porter. Batting cleanup and playing third base, number 12, Gunnar Altenbaumer. Batting fifth and playing left field, number 10, Mason Washington. Playing center field and batting sixth, number 2, Riley Williamson. DHing, batting seventh, number 11, Taylor Mitchell. He'll be DHing for the pitcher, number 6, Jared Baker. Batting eighth and playing right field, number 14, Tatum Mitchell. And batting ninth will be the catcher, number 20, Logan Johnson. The Nashville Scrappers leading off will be the pitcher, number 3, Luke Boone. Batting second will be the right fielder, number 7, Hayden Gray. Batting third will be the left fielder, number 1, Carson Chambers. Batting cleanup will be the first baseman, number 13, Mason Honey. Batting fifth and catching will be number 11, Dalton Manlove. Batting sixth and playing first base will be number 34, Carson Kirby. DHing and batting seventh will be number 18, Gage Green. He'll be DHing for the shortstop, number 17, Madden Arno. Batting eighth will be the second baseman, number 5, Banks Ray. And batting ninth will be the center fielder, number 2, Zeus Hutchinson.
And JT, tell the people on radio if they want a live stream, what do they need to do to get it? I think maybe a couple of places.
So yeah, you can get the game on the Scrapper Baseball Facebook page. There's a link there that'll take you to our YouTube page. On YouTube, we are found at Scrapper Baseball. It's very simple, www.youtube.com/@Scrapper Baseball. And it'll be live streamed there. We've got a scoreboard up for you, so it'll be tied in with the radio. It'll be good to go.
And we talked about the Ralph Gross tournament coming up. Are we planning to live stream a lot of those?
Yes, I will be live streaming every game, every pitch of each game.
All right, so if you want some high school baseball, you can get your fill this week here in Nashville. Starting lineups have been introduced now, and Scrapper senior, Miss Jamie Wallace, is going to do the national anthem. I'm going to see if we can't get Jamie, see if we can't pick up Jamie over our microphone, so enjoy the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and rockets red glare mountains bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
That's Nashville High School senior Jamie Wallace. And Frank, Jamie's been singing the national anthem at a lot of events since probably she was in the 8th grade. She's finally a senior, but what a great job she does.
Well, she really does add the light to the ballpark atmosphere.
Kyle Slayton calls balls and strikes. Steve Wilson behind the plate. Battery for the Scrappers, the right-hander Luke Boone on the mound. Dalton Manlove is his catcher. Frank, tell us about Luke Boone last year.
Luke was hurt a great deal last year. He did manage to get in 3 1/3 innings and struck out 5 in those 3 1/3 innings. He had a good year the year before, came on real late that year, and pitched some big moments for the Scrappers down the stretch, but injuries curtailed his season last year.
Coach Stewart tells me in practice, and I've seen him a couple of times up here, he's got a little bit more velocity on the baseball, or I guess the new term in all the baseball people use is velo. So I think he's got it up there in the mid-80s some this year. So we'll look to see what we can get out of the tall, slender right-hander Luke Boone.
He's added 2 or 3 inches in height since his 9th grade year. A little muscle on there.
Manlove throws it down. It's Dollarhide, Jones, and Porter, Alton, Bomber, Washington, and Williamson, Taylor Mitchell, Tatum Mitchell, and Johnson. The 2025 high school baseball season will get underway in just a moment. Cutter Dollarhide, the second baseman, stands in the gray uniform for the Panthers. Boone's first pitch of the year. Ball just high. Jacob O'Bannon, the new head coach for Ashdown at third. Eric McCaslin, he was the head baseball coach at Hope for a couple of years. He's down at first as Boone throws ball too low.
Boone is showing a little more velocity than he had.
And a pitch right down central for a strike. Makes the count 2-1. Come on by the ballpark if you're in the area. We're just getting started. Non-conference this year. It's funny to say that against Ashdown, but they're dropped down to 3A as Boone takes something off, and it goes outside ball 3. Never want to walk that leadoff guy in any inning.
Especially not with number 5 coming up.
Little tapper towards second. Ray gets it on the second hop. Flips over to Kirby and one away for 3 as Dollarhide rolls to second. Frank, we joke about a lot of these kids sometime, but it seems like that Walt Jones is probably at least in his 7th year at Ashdown. Like Walt's played forever over there. Really good ball player, U of A commit.
34 years for him.
Ground ball to Kirby. He fits it. Talk about that pitch. Good pitch by Boone, Frank.
I got it in on his hands. He got it off the bat with an inside-out swing. He did one runner down to Kobe at first. He picked it up, stepped on the bag for the second out.
Boone retires the first 2 here. We're at the top of the first, just getting started. This is Tyler Porter. He's their first baseman. And Boone kicks and fires and throws it behind him. That'll loosen you up early in the year, Frank.
It will.
Set the Scrapper defense for you. Honey at third, Arnold at short, Ray at second, Kirby at first. The next pitch coming. Tapper to Ray's right. He gets to it, plants behind the bag. Long throw, safe. He beats it out. And Frank, it was bang bang over there.
It was. He got it just on the first base side of second base. The momentum took him right behind the bag. At the back of the infield, he made a strong throw, but Porter had enough speed to beat that out for the first hit of the ball game.
Chambers in left for Nashville, Hutchison in center, Hayden Gray in right. First pitch from a set position, and Boone tries a breaking ball, goes high. First 2 batters rolled out, and then Porter reaches on an infield hit over the bag at second. He runs at first with 2 out. From the belt, here comes Boone. Short lead, ball high. Now ball 3. After Boone quickly got rid of the first 2 batters, gives up an infield single, now 3-0 on the cleanup hitter, Gunnar Altenbomber. Altenbomber's another familiar name. He's been in their lineup for 2 or 3 years. And he takes ball 4-pitch walk. Ashdown making a little noise with 2 outs here in the first. Mason Washington, the left fielder, he steps out of the circle, and Coach O'Bannon talking to him, talking to his runners. They've got runners at first and second, 2 out. Scrapper infield back and straight away, as is the outfield. And a high strike and a late call, and Boone gets ahead of Washington 0-2. 2 on, 2 out, no score, top of 1. Way outside now as Manlove corrals it. Like we talked about it, but Boone's got a little pop when he's turning it loose right now.
He does. His arm shows some good strength here.
And a breaking ball and a good pitch fouled off. Washington starts to swing, gets his bat out over the plate. He was fooled on that one.
Target on the inside half of the plate, broke in.
Riley Williamson, the center fielder, on deck, 2 away. The Scrapper's coming off, think it's a strikeout. I don't think Kyle Slayton thinks it is yet, though. He's going to talk to Steve Wilson. I think the Scrappers thought it was going to be a call third strike, Frank. We've got a little bit of a situation out there as the 2 umpires meet at the mound.
I thought it was fouled into the mitt.
That's what I was thinking, that he wasn't 100% sure that it was fouled. It was going to be called a ball, I think. But he thought he may have heard that little click of the ball in the bat.
I definitely heard 2 sounds.
Well, now the umpire is explaining it to Coach Stewart, but Ashdown is going to be back on the field. And I'm assuming, I don't know whether that's a foul strike or whether it's called a ball. It's called a ball. It's 2-2.
See how Bone reacts to that.
A little bit of confusion there. And a breaking ball fouled off the net to the right side. Frank, I think Washington thought he struck out.
Yeah, I don't think he thought he flipped the ball. Well, he walked off.
2-2. Ball outside. Scrapper crowd kind of wanted that call. Getting to be a pretty good crowd here for opening day. Runners will be off with the pitch. There they go. Swing and miss. He struck him out, and Boone gets out of a little jam with a strikeout of Washington. No runs on a hit, no errors, a couple left. Scrappers come to bat in the bottom of the first, no score. We'll be back in 1 minute. This is Scrapper Baseball on B99.5.
Three, two, one, and go.
We're back here for the bottom of the first. Ashdown caught a couple of runners with 2 outs, and Boone struck out Washington for the 3rd out, and so the Scrappers come to bat now. The battery for the Panthers will be Jared Baker. I'm not familiar with that name. Tall right-hander. His catcher will be Logan Johnson. It'll be Boone, Gray, and Chambers, Honey, Manlove, and Kirby, Green, Ray, and Hutchison. Frank got Luke Boone, the pitcher. He's pitching and leading off.
He got in 20 at-bats last year. Hit 450 in those 20 at-bats. Had 7 RBI.
Johnson throws it down. We'll talk about it later, but Coach Zach Stewart over at first, but a new scrapper to the staff, Frank Todd Ledford, down at first base, going to be the offensive coordinator in football. Todd's a baseball guy. We've known him a long time. I'm a Todd Ledford fan. I'm glad he's in Nashville.
Yeah, he played for Van Horn down at Texarkana and played at SAU. Coached baseball against him a little bit back when he was a young man.
And Baker throws a fastball, and Boone fouls it back against the screen. Opening day here at Wilson Park. Cloudy and overcast. Lights are on. Baker tries to take something off. Boone takes it up to even the count 1-1. Baker pitching from kind of that hybrid pitching stance, kind of a combination between the set position and a windup. Swing and a miss. Ball looked like it had a little dip to it there, Frank.
It did. It took a little bit off. I think that was his changeup. Had good movement.
They play Boone straight away. Swing and a miss, and he had a little mustard on that one.
He did. High fastball. Looked good. Couldn't catch up with it.
Hayden Gray, the right fielder. JT, as we go along here, we talked about the Ralph Gross tournament going to be Wednesday through Saturday after the first pitch to Gray. Talk about the game Wednesday and maybe Thursday's games. Gray shows bunt, takes a ball.
Yeah, Wednesday afternoon at 4 o'clock, Nashville will take on Prescott. And then on Thursday's games, those are going to start at 3 o'clock. Magnolia, defending champion, will take on Prairie Grove, and that'll follow Shiloh and Genoa, and finishing it off Mayflower and Star City.
And a good strong field this year in the Ralph Gross as Gray takes ball too as he shows bunt again. Third baseman Altenbeimer, he's in about a step on the grass.
Right here, 340 for the Scrappers last year.
He bunts it, but he bunts it right back to the pitcher. And it out goes 1-2-4 as the second baseman got over there really quickly. Chambers showed bunt every time, Frank, but didn't get it down either line.
Yeah, just got it right back to him. No chance on that. Good job by their second baseman getting over.
Carson Chambers, he's got a little pop in his bat, the big, tall junior left-hander.
Carson hit 431 for the Scrappers. He's a leading RBI returner with 18 last year.
Takes the ball. Chambers will get to start on the mound to start the Ralph Gross Wednesday afternoon, Coach Stewart tells me. And Frank, Carson hurt his arm with 3 games to go last year, last conference game of the year, and really hurt the Scrapper team in postseason by him being out.
Yeah, it did. A big hole, couldn't fill that.
Big cut at a fastball and misses. 2 balls and a strike. Carson Chambers gets the start in left, 2 up, 2 down for the Scrappers. Ground out and a strikeout. The right-hander Jared Baker tries an off-speed pitch, goes way outside. Three and 1. Will Chambers be the first base runner? Takes a low ball 4. Yes, he will. Third baseman Mason Honey comes to the plate. Frank, I personally think he's the best contact hitter on this team this year.
Only had 346 last year, 9 RBIs.
He had a double off the left field wall and a homer off over the left field fence in the exhibition
game against Lake Hamilton. Scrappers played that game last week. Honey takes ball 1 high. Frank, early in the year, it's just been an inning, but I think both these right-handers, Boone for the Scrappers and Baker for the Panthers, they've got a little pop on their fastball.
Yeah, both of them throwing well so far.
Honey can't catch up with one there, and it's 1-1 as he swings and misses. Tyler Porter holds against Chambers, gets a little bigger lead, and Honey takes outside. Catcher Dalton Manlove is on deck. No score here in the bottom of the first. Scrappers and the Panthers opening the 2025 baseball season. Swing and a miss at a high pitch. Honey can't catch up. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs.
A little bit out of strike zone on that pitch.
Just low. And now Coach Todd Linford reminds Chambers, you're off with the pitch here. They decide to hold him on, even though they know he's going to be going on this 3-2 pitch with 2 outs. There he goes, and ball 4 to Honey. Game starting kind of similar, Frank. Boone gets the first 2, then they get 2 base runners. Baker gets the first 2. Now the Scrappers have 2 base runners.
Yeah, both of them they looked easy and couldn't quite finish it off and save those pitches for later in the game.
Coach Stewart meets Manlove about halfway between home and third, and they have a little conference as the catcher Logan Johnson out talking to his pitcher.
Manlove had 14 RBIs for the Scrappers last year, doing the catching for them. Hit 268 in the year.
Honey runs at first, Chambers at second, 2 out, no score, bottom of the first. Manlove got hitting room down the right, up the right side, and takes a strike at the knees. Frank, right fielder, second baseman, first baseman, they like this cloud cover here at Wilson Park.
Yeah, it does. No sun field today to bother anybody.
Wild pitch, and now we've got runners at second and third as Johnson corrals it over by the Scrapper dugout. He bounced one up there that time. Now Manlove has an opportunity to put the Scrappers in front.
I tried that breaking pitch, held on to it too long. Hit about 5 feet in front of the home plate.
Ball high. Manlove in from the right side. Outfield playing him fairly shallow, especially in center and right. And ball 3 goes low. Baker got the first 2 easily. Now he's having a little trouble finding the plate. And a good cut by Manlove, fouls it against the screen. Carson Kirby's on deck. He retrieves that foul ball, gives it to the umpire. Full count to Manlove. Here comes a payoff pitch from Baker. base hit. One runs in. Left fielder bobbles it. Here comes the throw. And Honey comes in, and somebody's hurt.
That's
Man Love is... Did he ever get to first base?
He did not get to first base.
So they can get him out. Man Love, I saw the base hit. I watched the two runners scoring from second and third, and Man Love is 5 feet from the plate, and he has not moved. So a scary situation. And so I'm assuming that when the catcher got the ball, they carried it down to first base, and Manlow's going to be out on a force, and the Scrappers are not going to be on the board. But that's not of near as much important as Manlove. I mean, Frank, I took a look as soon as he hit the ball. He stung it to left field. He's not 4 feet from home plate.
Yeah, he got a good line drive, but he twisted himself right in there.
He's moving his arms now, laying on his back. Both Scrapper coaches, the umpires, and the Scrapper trainer are out there. They're straightening his legs out now. Kind of a scary moment here at Wilson Park. They're going to try to get him up now. Frank, he's really hurting.
Yeah, it's painful, and it's doubly painful because it's happening here in opening day.
I don't know,
He may be ready to go Wednesday, but he's right now doesn't know how he's going to be.
We don't know exactly where he's hurt, whether it's knee, ankle, Achilles, or what, but he is really hurting. He's finally set up, still not ready to get up as they try to lift him up. And I believe it's going to be his right leg. And he's got a couple of coaches carrying the coach and the trainer carrying him toward the Scrapper dugout. And Frank, I expect they'll get him out of here and get him to a doctor pretty quickly.
Yeah, they'll get him up there and get a look. Although I'll say this, x-rays are not very good till the swelling goes down.
And Gage Green will be the catcher. Let's get back to the ball game now, Frank. Manlove gets the base hit, appears to drive in 2 runs. The left fielder throws it to the third baseman, who relays it to the catcher. Honey was safe for the second run. Manlove never got 5 feet from the plate. The catcher gets it down to the first baseman.
He just tagged him.
Or maybe he just tagged him. And so Manlove goes out. You've never seen anything like that probably. With a line drive base hit, he's out 7-5-2, and no runs for the Scrappers.
Yeah, that's one of the rules of baseball. Can't score a run or force out. And since he was forced out, they don't count.
And what a bad break for the Scrappers in a lot of ways, and the 2 runs will be really insignificant in the big scheme of things. Kind of a hush gone over the ballpark now, Frank.
Yeah, we just, I said, nobody knows exactly the extent of the injury, and we went out for a while.
Such a tough thing on opening day. You get to work the count and get you a pitch to hit and drive one out there, think you score 2 runs, and
you rip it, and like I say, I was following the baseball, and I didn't realize what happened till the complete play was over. And I looked at Manlove, and I don't know whether Frankie or JT saw him, but he couldn't have taken over 1 step before he went down.
I don't think he got more than he might have gotten 2, but where he was at, he couldn't get any more than that.
For the Panthers in the top of the second inning, the center fielder number 2,
Gage Green and Manlove have been splitting, the catching duties. Now Gage is the catcher, and Boone throws a strike over the outside corner. Crazy first inning, but there's no score. going into the top of the second.
Luke Hutchinson moved to second. Number 4,
Ground ball is
Peyton
fouled.
Hill.
Yeah, it's Luke Hutchinson's at shortstop, Frank.
Peyton Hill has moved to center field.
Hutchinson's at short. Hill is in center. And the ball goes all the way back to the screen, gets away from Green. Wow, we've had a lot happening here in just one inning. Ashdown batting into second, no score. Foul ball off to the right side. When you get a chance, JT, get us a pitch count on our pitchers.
So Luke Boone's at 23 pitches.
Williamson checks his swing and holds up, makes the count 2-2. Ballpark really quiet after Manlove's injury here in the bottom of the first. Tapper back to Boone. He gets it, steps and throws, 1 out.
And Ashdown pitcher is at 24 pitches.
Now playing shortstop for the Trappers.
Taylor Mitchell, the DH, comes to the plate.
Zeus Hutchinson. Now playing center field for the Trappers. Number 4, Peyton Hill.
On deck is Tatum Mitchell.
Number 11, Taylor Mitchell.
Frank, I don't know, but they're about the same size. They look alike. Taylor and Tatum could be a set of twins. Swing and a miss as Boone throws a good fastball by him. Taylor Mitchell DHing for the pitcher, Jared Baker. Peyton Hill in center for the Scrappers, and Hutchison comes from center field to the shortstop after Manlove comes out of the game. Ooh, Boone thought he had strike 3, but the ball dips low, 1-2. Another one back to Boone. He double clutches and now he throws him out 1-3.
Got batting for the Panthers, the right fielder, number 14.
Here's Tatum Mitchell. He's the right fielder.
I believe he's a younger brother.
Maybe he's a little smaller, isn't he? Takes a rip and fouls it back against the screen. Their catcher, Logan Johnson, he's on deck. He retrieves it. Top of the second, no score. Honey in on the grass. Everybody else straight away and shallow.
So Frank, for those keeping score at home, that contact by Manlove would not be considered a base hit, correct? 'Cause
That's correct.
He never reached first base, yeah.
That's correct. Ooh, a good fastball by Boone. And Taylor, for some, Tatum Mitchell runs out of the batter's box.
He just got a piece of it and thought they dropped it, but it was foul tipped.
And a ball high. Did you see that? Ball goes way outside. 2 on, nobody out. First 2 batters have tapped it back to Boone on the mound. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, no score. Scrappers thought they had a pair, but Manlove was not able to get to first base, and he got out.
After being in the hole, Tatum has worked the count to 3-2 now.
There's a little flare into right field, and there comes Hayden Gray. Talk about that play by Gray, Frank.
Yeah, it was just a little blooper over the head of the second baseman. It held up long enough for Gray to come make a sliding catch. Good play by Gray.
1, 2, 3 go the Panthers. Scrappers come to bat, bottom of the second, no score. We'll take a short break, come back for the bottom of the second. This is Scrapper Baseball.
Well, I just made a mess all over
Kirby
Jimmy's book.
Green and Banks Ray.
Nothing like spilling a Diet Coke. Sorry about
Well, we
that,
got a little Diet Coke problem here.
Johnny. See if I can find you a napkin.
Here's Carson Kirby coming to the plate.
Kirby had 16 RBIs on the year. A lot of doubles, a couple home runs. That swing's a good bat.
Ball high. Kirby stands in from the left sides. High swing, and he went, says the home plate umpire. Ball high, makes the count 2-1. Ball outside. Kirby trying to get over in front of Gage Green. Gage started out as the DH, but now he's catching after the injury to Manlove. And another ball.
3 bases on ball so far. Issued by Baker.
Running for the Scrappers, the catcher, number 83.
And Coach O'Bannon's coming out.
Panthers take time.
Well, we're going to settle him down. He's got some good stuff. He's just not getting things in the strike zone right now. Pitchers, especially high school pitchers, and happens in the major leagues, sometimes they get just a little hesitant to attack the strike zone. And that's what it looks like Baker has going right now. No, Coach Zach Stewart has his hitters gathered around. He's telling Gage Green, look for a fastball. This young man, right after you talk to a pitcher, he willing to throw strikes. He's apt to come back with that fastball right down the middle of the plate. So the hitter, you really need to be ready right now.
And can sit on something.
And sit on it. Don't swing at anything other than the fastball right down the middle. Gage has got some pop in his bat, 9 RBIs last year.
Big year as a sophomore. Line went into left field. Back, it's out of here, and Frank called that one. Green hits it over the wall. And now the Scrappers have got their 2 runs.
He got that pitch a little, not right down the middle, just a little low, but it was obviously in the place he really liked. Hit a line drive. That was a no-doubter for the 2-run home run.
Frank, this ought to do a lot for Green's confidence, as we just mentioned. People that kept up with the Scrappers. He had a great year as a sophomore, a big plus on the offensive side. Didn't produce as good last year. This ought to give him a lot of momentum going into that senior year.
It ought to. It always feels good to hit that ball that way.
And got to give Frank some kudos. He called that one after the coach went out to settle his pitcher down, who had 3 walks. And Frank said you can sit on a fastball, and if you get it where you want it, maybe you can hammer it, and Green did just that. Here's Banks Ray. Count is 1-1 on Ray. Senior second baseman swings at a breaking pitch.
Banks has hurt a good boy last year too, wasn't he?
Yeah, Banks ended up, I think, or he did end up having some shoulder surgery later on in the year. Ball outside.
He's played a lot of baseball in his going on 4th year here with the Scrappers.
Scrappers up 2-0. Home run by Gage Green. Swing and a miss, tied him up in, Frank. And Ray's down on strike. Second strikeout for the right-hander.
The shortstop, number 2, Zeus Hutchinson.
Frank Zeus Hutchinson helped his team last year mostly as a courtesy runner, and I thought he was one of the better courtesy runners I've seen in high school.
Absolutely. Also had 8 stolen bases on the year, but really good job. His heads up, played a little defense last year, got great speed.
Tries a push bunt down the first base line, it goes foul. Oh, 1 to Hutchison. Strike on the inside edge, and boy, that was a good pitch by Baker then. Top of the order, Luke Boone on deck. Ball outside. Kirby led off the inning with a walk. Green hit it over the left field wall. Ray struck out, and now here's Hutchison with a 1-2 count. Stays alive with a defensive swing, fouls it off the screen. Frank, so I look around the stands, got to be a pretty big crowd here.
Yep, good crowd has gathered up. People keep showing up here.
All the chairbacks are full. Ashdown's got a nice crowd.
2 good baseball schools playing today.
I really hate that they're not in our conference anymore. The Scrappers have a return trip over there. One thing about the schedule, we'll mention it after this 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and breaking ball, and 2 strikeouts in a row now for Baker. Here's Luke Boone.
Now batting for the Scrappers, the pitcher, number 3, Luke Boone.
Boone struck out his first time up.
Pitch to the left-handed batter.
Even though Ashdown hadn't been in our conference this year, they're traditionally a team we play a lot in baseball.
Yeah, we do. Ball outside to Boone. Scrappers going back over there later on. As we mentioned, only 6 teams in our conference this year, so way more non-conference games. And if you take a look at our schedule, you'll see some tough ones on there. As he bounces one up to the plate, Boone takes the ball. Lake Hamilton's on there, Gravit's on there, Shiloh Christian's on there, Greenbrier's on there, Mike Milam, former Scrapper coach at Greenbrier. And now another one back to the screen.
Yeah, we've got the Ralph Gross this weekend, and then next weekend, head up to Northwest Arkansas and play 3 up there.
Yep. Swing and a late swing and a foul down the third base side, evens or makes the count full to Boone. Yeah, JT, the Scrappers have been going to Texas for a tournament, but this year Coach Stewart wanted to see more Arkansas teams, so he's going to Central Arkansas and Northwest Arkansas this year. Boone asked for time.
Yeah, they play up in Northwest Arkansas the week before spring break and play in Central Arkansas the week after.
Strike 3 call. Boone took it, a ball over the inside corner. And after a walk and a home run, Baker strikes out the next 3. But the Scrappers get on the board first. 2-run homer by Gage Green. Boone carries a 2-0 lead back to the mound. We'll be back for the top of the third in 1 minute. This is Scrapper Baseball.
Score after 2 complete innings. Nashville 2, Ashdown 0.
Boone finishes his warm-up tosses. Catcher Gage Green throws it down, and he'll face the Ashdown Panthers for the third time. They've had 2 base runners on a hit and a walk. It'll be Logan Johnson, the number 9 batter, then back to the top of the order, Cutter Dollarhide and Walt Jones. Right-handed hitting catcher stands right on the plate. Fists it for a base hit into right field. Just a late swing and hit it right between Kirby and Ray. Frank, our right fielders play so shallow. Usually Hayden Gray does a good job. He thought for a second about trying to get a 9-3.
Yeah, you got to hustle, and they do a good job of running our outfield. Didn't need to be deep then with the young man up at the plate. He'll give away a courtesy runner.
Courtesy runner in for the Panthers. We'll catch his number in a minute. Back to the top of the order. This is Dollarhide. He shows bunt and bunts it. Honey picks it up and throws to first and out. Honey charging all the way, and the 5-3 out as they bunt the runner to second base.
Now batting for the Panthers.
Nice play by Honey then. Came in and ball was right on the line and backhanded it. Set itself, made a good strong throw to Kirby at first for the first out of the inning.
And here's their star, Walt Jones, takes a strike. Jones grounded out to first. Scrappers up 2-0. Line drive, Ray knocks it down. It'll be an infield hit for Jones. Ray saves a run, no Frank.
Yeah, really good job right there. One of the things coaches yell a lot of times is knock the ball down. And he did. He got over that ball right over the second base bag. Got his glove on it. Zeus recovered it. Hutchinson recovered it quick, so now we have runners at first and third.
And we might expect Jones to run, but for right now, Frank, as you said, saves the run and keeps the double play in order. They're right in the middle of their order. This is their third place hitter, Tyler Porter. Boone steps off and Jones dives back. First and third, 1 out. There goes Jones, and no throw by Green. Tying runs at second and third as Jones steals second. Frank, more than 999 times out of 1,000 watching baseball, Nashville will be ahead 4-0 right now.
That's correct.
Manlove got an apparent 2 RBI single, got hurt, and couldn't make it down. Now great stop by Hutchison. Long throw. Out. What a win, Jim, by Zeus Hutchison is short, Frank. Talk about that one.
He did. He had to go toward the middle of the field. Dives to his right. He got it popped up. Strong throw. Good dig by Kirby at first. That's 2 outs. Win-win did score, though. 2 web games early here in the day for the Scrappers.
Ground ball off the pitcher's glove for a base hit by their 4th place hitter, Arlington Bomber. And Frank, they're peppering it right back up the middle. Fine run.
They made 2 outs back up the middle and have 2 infield singles back up the middle.
Frank, only the first time through the order, but it looks to me like that, and you would expect this, we know these names, these first 5 names. Looks like I could tell the difference between the top of their order and the bottom. Now, long one by Washington. Chambers is not going to get that one. It one hops the wall, and the run will score. And a double by Washington off the left field wall. Now Coach Stewart comes out. We're going to talk about it a little bit. Frank can kind of always sense trouble sometime when that number 9 hitter is leading off the inning and gets on first base to lead off the
Yeah, he got a good base hit to start off with, and that's the guy you're counting on getting out. And you don't get him, and you got top of the order coming up, especially with Walt Jones in there with all his speed and bat. And they've made it count.
So a 3-run third so far for Ashdown as the umpire goes out to break up the meeting at the mound.
You think that meeting might have been telling Luke to slow down a little bit? Felt like he might have just been coming up, setting, and pitching after giving up those hits.
He got in a hurry. And it's a game of inches. That base hit by Arlington Bomber was almost a one-hopper back to Moon. It tipped his bat. Good breaking ball and a big cut by Williamson, the center fielder, and he fouls it off. Ashdown's plated 3 here. They're up 3-2.
Williamson grounded back to the pitcher his first time up.
Swing and a foul off to the right side. Moon's ahead 0-2. Three to 2 Ashdown, top of the third. Just high. Good 0-2 pitch by Boone. There goes the runner from third, and goes back to the screen, and he steals it easily. Frank, it wouldn't have mattered. Washington got a running start going to third base.
Yeah, he did. He read that out of the way, and he was on his horse.
You never want to steal third base with 2 outs unless you have a 100% chance of making it. But I think he had a 100% chance of making it then. Ball just inside now. Williamson works the count from 0-2. He's got it back full 3-2. Boone going back to the windup for this payoff pitch. Here comes the runner way down the line. And Frank, I think he bothered Boone a little bit. I think he saw him out of the corner of his eye. Boone went from the set position back to the windup, and Washington probably came halfway down the line.
Yeah, he did. I think it caused him to rush that pitch. That's why it ended up so high.
Now they've got first and third, and you would expect them to run from first base. Boone working in the set position now, and there he goes. And now he's trying to get hung up to steal a run, and here comes the runner. And when did we tag him to see if the run counts? I think Kyle Slayton says the run is good. Ray tagged the runner, Frank, and the umpire said he didn't get him the first time. Coach Stewart is saying he tagged him the first time. The run can't be good. So we've had a lot going on here now.
Yeah, for a first ball game.
It was first and third. They ran the runner halfway. Coach Stewart really upset about that play. A lot of things have not gone the Scrappers' way today. Boone did a good job. He stepped off the mound, ran at the runner, then threw the ball to Ray. Ray's first tag, Frank, the runner definitely had not crossed the plate. And then by the time, I think the umpire said he missed him the first time, then he tagged him out, and then the run was good. So they score the run. We'll take a quick break now and come back. A lot going on here. Ashdown up 4-2. We'll be right back. Back to the mound. Frank, a lot going on in this ball game through 2.5.
There really is for the first ball game. It's working us up here. Seeing some odd things. That's always tough on umpires early. There are a lot of odd plays happening in baseball, and as the season goes on, you kind of see them, get used to them, get your mind in gear for them. And we've had a couple of those here today.
Here's Hayden Gray. Scrappers are behind 4-2.
Ray was out 1-4 on a bunt attempt his first time up.
If you're just tuning in the first inning, Scrappers had second, third, 2 out. The catcher, Dalton Manlove, apparently got a 2-out RBI as Gray hits it down the right field line, and it's going to fall just foul. Check swing, falls about 4 feet foul. Manlove got an apparent 2-out, 2 RBI single to left field. He took about 2 steps out of the batter's box and severely hurt his leg, was not able to get to first base, so when they got the ball back in, they tagged Manlove, therefore those 2 runs didn't count. And so now the Scrappers find themselves on the short end of a 4-2 score. Ball outside, 1-1. Ball 2 to Gray. Middle of the Scrapper order is Gray, Chambers, and Honey. For a strike. 2-2 to Hayden Gray, bottom of the third. Game almost an hour old here. Ground ball at first, and the first baseman doesn't make an effort for it, and he goes into right field. Frank, the first baseman, Tyler Porter, as soon as that ball was off the bat, he sprinted to first base, and
I don't think he would have got it at all, but that's the old rule if you're a first baseman, if the ball's hit hard or hot, as they say, you take a shot at it. He did not take a shot at it.
He was the only guy that had a shot. Here's Chambers. Gray's got some speed, and they throw to first. And Gray dives back in. First time we've seen Baker's move, he had a pretty decent move there that first time, I thought. Gray hitches off. Big cut by Chambers, swings and misses. Chambers got some pop.
Walked his first time up.
Scrappers got their 2 runs on a big fly by Gage Green. He hit it over the left field wall. Ball outside. Heard anything? One ball and 1 strike, running on first, nobody out. Third place hitter Carson Chambers at the plate. And now Gray draws another throw. Gray led off with a base hit to right field. Panthers plated 4 in the top of this inning. They're up 4-2. Bunt by Chambers. Third baseman picks it up and throws him out. Sacrifice bunt almost in self-defense then, Frank.
Yeah, it got in on him pretty good, but he did a good job getting it down. Good play by the third baseman for Ashdown charging that ball. Good throw on the run.
That's Gunnar Altenbomber, Frank. He's at least a 3-year starter, maybe 4. Good contact hitter, Mason Honey to the plate.
Honey walked and was stranded his first time up.
Honey and Peyton Hill have an RBI opportunity. Took something off and fooled Honey. Swing and a miss. Line drive, man, right back to the pitcher. Hits him in the chest. He catches it, turns around, and double play to Honey. Frank, maybe we're getting all the bad luck out of the way in the first game.
I hope so, because that was really bad luck right then.
I mean, he didn't even catch it with his glove. He hit him right in the chest with it, and he folded his arms. He had the ball, and then Gray was doubled off, so nothing doing for the Scrappers. No runs a hit, no errors, nobody left. After 3, Ashdown up 4-2. We'll be back in 1 minute on Scrapper. It'll be Taylor Mitchell, Tatum Mitchell, and Logan Johnson. Bottom third for the Panthers. Luke Boone still out there.
Top of the 4th inning, Panthers leading the Scrappers 4-2.
That's 51 pitches right there for Luke Boone.
Coach Stewart said he wouldn't mind seeing him go 80, mid-80s today. And a strike by Boone. For people not familiar, JT, talk a little about the pitch count rule in high school.
Oh, so you can get to, I believe it's 110.
110.
But you can't start a new batter after 108. I believe is the number. I'd have to check and make sure they didn't change the rule this year.
I don't think they may have. Not that I know of. I think you can, if you throw under 30 or under, you can come back the next day.
Right.
To 65, you have to have a day's rest. Between 85, 2 days rest, and then over 85, 3 days rest.
And you talk about losing man love. You know, one of the things you think about, you lose your catcher, but he's also a good quality backhand
He's
pitcher.
also a pitcher, and we don't know the extent of his injury. We just know that he was in a lot of pain when he was on the field. If you weren't here, he hit, Scrubbers had second and third, 2 out in the first inning. Manlove hit a shot, base hit, apparently to left field. Both runners scored. When the dust cleared, Manlove had only gotten about 5 feet out of the batter's box. Fly ball to the left. Chambers drifts back in front of the Scrapper star, makes the catch. 1 up and 1 down. Kind of hung one in. Manlove not able to make it to first, so they tagged him out, and Scrappers didn't get any runs. Last inning in the third, Scrappers had Gray at second, had a line drive that hit the pitcher right in the chest. He folded his arms, ball didn't drop, and got a double play. Tatum Mitchell, he flew out to Gray last time, Frank, and Gray made a good play. It was just a little blooper over second base.
It really did. 2 Webb gems for the Scrappers today. Shortstop Luz Hutchison with a fine pick out there. Gray slide and catch in left field.
Now there's another base hit up the middle. Frank, I'm not charting their batters, but if I was charting them, they've hit it right up the middle.
Yeah, you need to squeeze up the middle. I've grounded out the pitcher, I think, twice, and they have about 4 hits right up the middle.
This is the catcher, Logan Johnson. He's a young man that got them going in the last inning. He's a 9th place hitter. He poked a little base hit into right field, and then the top of their order produced 4 runs. There goes the runner, and they're running, and Green's ball slips away from Green, and the runner's going to third. Throw, we may have a play. Safe, and just safe. A good throw by Hill. Good throw by Hill as Green comes up throwing, and it'll be an E2, although but he gets a stolen base, but it'll be an E2 because the runner got to third. Now the Panthers starting to add on to their lead, and the Scrappers bring their infield in. 1 out. Now Coach O'Bannon calls time. Frank, we mentioned he's new at Ashdown. He's asking the umpire something, I don't know what. But just watching him for 2 or 3 innings, they're not afraid to put runners in motion. They're not afraid to bunt. They do a lot of things to put pressure on the defense.
Yeah, this is a good looking team. You can tell just in what short time we've seen them. They're swinging the bats well, running the bases well.
And preseason ranked number 1 in 3A in Arkansas. And Boone rushes that one a little bit, a ball low. Honey at third, Hutchison at short, Ray at second, Kirby at first, all in on the edge of the grass. And a fly ball will get the run in as Chambers goes way back. It keeps carrying. That ball's off the wall.
Off the top of the wall.
Off the top of the wall. And Logan Johnson thinks he's Babe Ruth. He's 2 for 2 batting in the 9-hole. That ball really carried, Frank. I knew it was going to get the run in, but Chambers just kept going back, and it almost got out of here.
Yeah, it did. It hit the orange up on the top of the wall up there. Chambers did a good job catching the carom off the wall. Strong throw into second, but Logan beats it in there. Well, has a double and RBI.
And a single. He's been their offensive force. Coach Stewart comes out. He may take the baseball. We'll see. He's talking to Boone, and Boone said, how many pitches now, JT?
Luke Boone is at 62 pitches.
He's at 62 pitches, and I believe he's going to take him out of the game, that pitcher. And it looks like that Jaden Goodson's going to come in into the game. Goodson, a sophomore, got some innings last year. Goodson comes into the game. So let me give you the situation before we take a break. Taylor Mitchell led off, flying out to left field. Tatum Mitchell got a single to center. Then Logan Johnson doubled off the left field wall. The Scrappers make a pitching change. They're down 5-2. They're bringing in the right-hander Jaden Goodson. We'll be back in 1 minute as we're in the top of the fourth inning. Ashdown up 5-2. We'll be right back.
Well, he went out to center. Now, the way they're lining up, he might have.
Scrappers make defensive changes. Now pitching for the Scrappers, number 3, Jaden Goodson. And now play center field, number 3, Luke Boone.
Graves at center. Chambers is right.
The Scrappers make a pitching change here in the top of the fourth. Jaden Goodson in to relieve Luke Boone. Frank will give you the line on Boone in a little bit. But here's the situation. There's one out. They've scored one and have a courtesy runner on second base. Logan Johnson, their number 9 hitter, has been right in the middle of both of their innings where they scored runs, and now they're at the top of their order. And the top of their order is pretty good, Frank. This is Collard, Cutter, Dollarhide.
Yep, we're going to go with Dollarhide. He's grounded out to second. He sacrificed to third his last time up.
And he asks for time and gets it. Goodson, a right-hander, only a 10th grader. Most all of these Scrapper pitchers are underclassmen. And a breaking ball and a dandy, and he gets ahead 0-1. Walt Jones, their U of A commit, he's on deck. Another ground ball up the middle. Hutchison gets it. Strong throw, and Kirby digs it out for the out. That's another 2-hopper over the pitcher's head, and another nice play by Hutchison.
Yeah, really good. You got to have those plays right there in these situations. Good job getting over to it, gloving it, getting his feet set, strong throw over to first.
You can't fail to mention the digs that Carson Kirby's making on those balls at first. Yeah, it's tough to do.
Walt Jones, he's 1 for 2 with a run scored. Long one into center. Way back. And that's Hayden Gray, I think, has moved over to center field. And he catches it in the right center field gap, Frank, right off the wall.
Another good running catch right there, because Jones put a wallop on that pitch. It looked like a double all the way. But Gray just moving into center field after the changes, made a long run for that ball, reached up at the last second and caught it for the third out.
Good job by Goodson to get out of that, so they score 1 run on 2 hits. No errors, a runner left. Nashville down 5-2. They bat into fourth. We'll be right back on Scrapper Baseball.
Leading off on the Scrappers is Bond, the 4th inning, will be the fifth.
Pitcher that just entered the game in the previous half inning leads off, takes a check swing, ball one from Jared Baker. Here in a minute we'll get some pitch count on Mr. Baker. He's into his fourth inning.
That was pitch number 57.
And ball outside to Goodson. One thing, Frank and JT, if the game gets close, you know they've got, if they were to use him, Walt Jones in their pocket over there at shortstop, who is a really good pitcher. Noah high strike to Goodson makes it 2-1.
Boone's final line score on day 3 1/3 innings, allowed 5 runs on 6 hits, struck out 1, walked 2.
Goodson takes ball 3, 3-1. Goodson tries to get on base in front of Carson Kirby and Gage Green. Green responsible for the only scrapper runs. He hit it over the wall into left field. And ball 4, and let's see if we get a courtesy runner for Goodson as he's the pitcher.
Looks like that'll be Peyton Fritz coming out of the dugout.
Peyton Fritz comes out to courtesy run.
Courtesy running out first base for the scrapper pitcher will be number 16, Peyton Fritz.
Carson Kirby, left-handed throwing, left-handed hitting first baseman. JT mentioned he's made a couple of nice picks at first base defensively today. And Kirby takes a ball up and in.
Kirby walked and scored on Gage Green's home run. In the second.
Green on deck.
Kirby's got some power. The right fielder's playing awfully short on him.
If he turns on it, he can get some power into that right field side. And ball 2 goes low as the catcher throws it over the pitcher's head, but Walt Jones alertly comes in from shortstop and gets the ball back in play.
Well, that was one of the little things you look at. Both the second baseman and the shortstop, with the runner on first, were backing up the throw back to the pitcher. Either one of them were in a position to stop a runner from advancing.
That's the old deal, Frank. You play 100% of the time. You don't take a few seconds off. Kirby up on the count. Runner on first, nobody out. Ball 3. Now he'll probably take a pitch. Baker's walked 4 and right down central for strike 1. And ball goes low and Kirby gets a free pass. Gage Green is up there, and here comes Coach O'Bannon. Let's see if he's going to talk to his pitcher or make a pitching change.
I'm saying he's going to say, don't throw a fastball after I get through talking to you.
He went out last time before Green batted. He'd walked a batter or 2. Frank said he's told him to try to get ahead, and Frank talked about that if you're hitting, you need to look, maybe they'll take just a hair off trying to throw that fastball, and he's going to make a pitching change. But Frank said, look for a fastball, look for a spot, and on the first pitch, Green got a fastball. He got the spot, and he deposited over the left field wall. The Panthers make a pitching change. We're going to take a 1-minute break. We'll come back and tell you who the new pitcher is. He's coming in with runners at first and second, nobody out. Scrappers trail 5-2 in the 4th. Panthers make a pitching change. We'll be right back.
That's the first baseman.
Is that the port of Clay Farmers Jason Little Brook?
do not know.
I think it's got to be his little brother. With that other Porter.
Yeah, they just switched the pitcher in the first base game.
The Panthers bring in their first
to pitch. That's number 3, Tyler Porter. He and the previous pitcher, Jared Baker, just swapped positions. And Porter finishes his windup tosses. He'll face Gage Green, Banks Ray, and Zeus Hutchinson.
Panthers make the bench of changes. Now pitching for the Panthers, number 3, Tyler Porter, and now playing first base. Pitcher number 6.
The catcher, Logan Johnson, goes out to talk to his new pitcher, Porter. They'll be trying to get their signal straight.
Baker pitched 3 innings. He allowed 2 runs on 1 hit, struck out 3, walked 5. He's responsible for the 2 runs on.
Infielders both in, maybe expecting a bunt. Here comes a pitch to Green. He shows bunt, gets it down. And it's a good one. Sacrifice bunt. How about that, Frank? Home run, sacrifice bunt. You're too advanced.
That's high school baseball. You don't see that very often in the major league. You don't see sacrifice bunts very often.
Not much anymore.
Good job by Gage Green right then.
Green had 2 good at-bats. Here's Banks Ray. He and Hutchinson going to see if they can get a run in.
He really wanted to swing the bat, no doubt, but he got the bunt sign, and he got it down where he could advance the 2 runners. Now a single will put the Scrappers right back in this game.
Had a good cut by Ray as he fouls it off to the right side. Infield backed up the middle, about halfway at first and third. Way high as catcher Johnson has to go up to grab it. (5-2) here in the 4th. Now Ray asks for time. Goodson walked. Curtis ran for him. Kirby walked. A pitching change. Green bunted him to second and third, and here's Banks Ray. Swinging a foul, another good cut, but now Ray's in the hole 1-2. Frank Mitchell, Ray, senior, hurt most of last year. Back ready for a good senior season. Shortstop Walt Jones goes in, says something to his pitcher. Coach Zach Stewart over at third base for the Scrappers. Todd Ledford down at first, coaching. Long look in by Porter. Strike 3 call, and Ray knew it, and now they throw the ball over the catcher's head, but once more, as Frank mentioned, Walt Jones was right, the second baseman was right there to take the throw. Scrappers could have stolen a run. Big strikeout then for the pitcher Porter, Frank.
It was. Now you got 2 outs. The ground ball gets you out of this mess. Lou struck out his first time up.
Hudson got good speed. Takes a ball.
Yeah, he'll put a lot of pressure on the defense. If he just makes contact, they'll have to hurry to get him out at first.
Top of the order, Luke Boone, the left fielder, on deck. Tyler Porter in relief of Jared Baker. Kicks and fires. Swing and a pop-up. Let's see if it stays in play. I believe it will. And the first baseman catches it in foul territory. And the Scrappers waste a good chance. Got the first 2 on. Couldn't push anybody across. So no runs on, no hits, no errors, a couple left. After 4, Ashdown 5, Nashville 2. We'll be back in 1 minute. This is Scrapper Baseball on 99.5. Middle of the Panther order comes up. It's Tyler Porter, Gunnar Altenbaumer, and Mason Washington. And Frank, the middle of their order has done some damage after the bottom part has set them up.
We'll see how Clayton gets and navigates it. Last year for the Scrappers, he pitched 16 in the 3rd inning, 3-1 record. Struck out 14 in those innings.
Porter's 1 for 2. Bats for the 3rd time. Takes a breaking ball inside. Evens the count at 1-1.
Yeah, the infield single in the first is robbed by Zeus Hutchison in the 3rd.
Good breaking ball by Goodson in on the inner half of the plate, down at the knees. 1-2. Goodson works quickly. A ball gets in the dirt. No swing. Green tags him.
Good hustle by Green, then. He doesn't know if they're going to call that a check swing or not, so he hustles to get the ball in case he needs to throw down to first.
And the runner hadn't moved, so he tagged him, and it was not a swing. Now outside, and Goodson didn't want to walk the leadoff man. Ground ball to 3rd. Honey backs up. Low throw and a long hop, and Kirby corrals it.
That's a tough catch right over there. That in-between hop right there. He had to squat down low, get his glove in a good position. Makes a fine pick on that.
And Honey, I think, made a good play on it, Frank. He didn't charge it, but I think if he charged it, ball could have eaten him up, so he took a little step back, and he was right at the bag.
He did. He needed to take his time just a little bit more and set his feet for the throw. He had plenty of time. But probably needed to rush that throw a little bit. But good pick up by Kirby.
Altenbaumer takes a ball high, 1 out, top of the 5th. Scrappers down 5-2. Strike right down the middle by Goodson. Frank Goodson's got that philosophy, get the ball, throw the ball. He doesn't take a lot of time. Ball outside.
Well, all the pitchers so far dove out to like to have a pitch clock going.
ball in on his hands. He fouls it over by the Ashdown dugout. Two and two, one out. Ground ball foul. Now this is over to Scrapper dugout. Scrappers play again Wednesday in the Ralph Gross tournament. It starts Wednesday this year instead of Thursday. We'll have that game for you Wednesday at 4 right here at Wilson Park. Just inside. Full count now on Altenbeimer. Washington takes the ball low and outside.
Now batting for the Panthers, number 10, Mason Washington.
Only 3 base on balls for the Scrappers today. Not too bad for the first day, first game, Frank.
No, haven't been that. Only made 1 error so far on the day.
Mason Washington, he's doubled off the left field wall. Good-looking athlete. I remember him from last year. Good cut and fouls it against the screen. Almost completely dark here. Game about an hour and a half old. Ball just outside. Porter grounded out to third. Altenbeimer walked. Now it's Washington with 1 out. Breaking ball and head him out front, and he taps it foul over by the Scrapper dugout. Goodson up in the count. Green's the catcher. Hody's at third, Hutchins at short, Ray's at second, Kirby's at first for the Scrappers. Line drive, base hit up the middle. He hit a breaking ball and hit it hard up the middle, and Gray gets it back in. That's first and second. Gray in center, Boone in left, Chambers in right.
Now batting for the Panthers, the center fielder, number
Good job hitting that time, boy. He only kept his hands in. Got the front part of the bat on it for a line drive
He's a
single in
really
the
good
center.
athlete.
Riley Wilson has grounded back to first. Back to the pitcher. Vault was caught stealing 1-6.
And a strike over the outside edge.
He's the one that got in the rundown by Lyle Lynn to score.
Controversy. Scrappers thought they tagged him before the run scored. They didn't win that argument, and that was the 5th run. Now a little tapper, and Hutchison can't do anything with it. He does throw it, but the runner is safe. Frank, hate to beat this horse to death, but the Scrappers have really played him some bad luck today.
Yeah,
Just a
that's
little
about
cover.
the third infield hit so far today.
And now they've loaded the bases. Here's their Here's the pitch.
Number 6 is batting.
And he's not on the roster. So I can't tell you who he is. They do not have his 6 listed. But he's pinch hitting for Taylor Mitchell, the DH.
That's number 6, the pitcher.
Okay.
Oh, okay, he is on the roster.
Yeah,
That's Baker. He started pitching, and he's coming back into the ball game. Kind of strange, Frank. They DH for him. Now he's pinch hitting with the bases loaded. And another one back up the middle. Hutchison gets it. He steps on second. Over to first. Double play. And finally, the ball's back up the middle column. A hopper over the pitcher's head. Hutchison catches it right at the bag, kicks the bag, and throws to first for a double play. And a nice escape for the Scrappers, Frank.
It was good play right there by Hudson. He's played a fine shortstop today.
He sure has. So no runs on 2 hits, no errors, a runner left. Scrappers come to bat in the 5th. They're still down 5-2. We'll be back in 1 minute. This is Scrapper baseball.
Clear.
Scrappers back to the top of their order to begin the 5th. Luke Boone, Hayden Gray, Carson Chambers.
Boone has struck out both times today.
Swinging a foul off to the left side, Frank. Pretty good opening day game, and you've seen 2 or 3 things that you might go for years and not see already in this game.
Yeah, the force out play you hear about every once in a while happened in the state tournament a few years ago. The team would have won the state tournament, but the winner on first then never went to second. He just celebrated, and left fielder smartly threw the ball to second for a force out, ended the inning, and they lost.
Way back in the 20s and 30s, Frank, there was an outfielder called Fred Merkel, and he did the same thing, and he took the nickname Bonehead Merkel, and that stayed with him all his life.
Yeah, and that was one of the huge controversies. It's still controversial today on what went on and whether he was really out, whether they had the right ball in the shortstop's glove when he stepped on second.
And that was because there were probably 300 people on the field when all that happened. Bonehead Merkel, look it up and read about it sometime.
And a pretty good player. He carried that rep with him the rest of his career, but he had a fine career in the major leagues.
2-2 to Boone. Now he steps out. Now he's back in. Now he's out again. So the pitcher and the batter and the catcher can't get together. Now everybody's ready. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Ball outside. Boone trying to get on base to lead off his 5th. Scrappers trying to dent into a 5-2 deficit. Swinging another foul, fought off an inside pitch. This is Tyler Porter in relief of Jared Baker. Swinging a foul, and Boone keeps battling, huh, Frank?
He did. He put up a good bat so far. Boone
Boone got to start on the mound. He has been relieved by Jaden Goodson. Trying to start an inning for the Scrappers here in the 5th. And ball 4, and as Frank said, a really good and bad by boot. Here's Hayden Gray. He's made a good play in right field and a good play in center field today, Frank.
Yeah, we got 2 good ones.
Coach Stewart.
He is singled in the 3rd inning to right field. He bunted back to the pitcher in the 1st inning.
Scrubber's got some speed on the bases right now and at the plate. He bunts again, gets it out in front of the plate. They're going to have to hurry. Save. Did he call it a foul ball?
He called it a foul ball out there at second. Umpire behind the plate didn't, but the umpire at second did.
Umpire at second calls it a foul ball. Maybe it went off of Gray's foot. Frank, another one of those deals. Scrappers can't seem to get a break today.
Yeah, I know it. I thought it sounded funny.
It did sound funny, but a great bunt. He just did it about 7 feet, 8 feet in front of the plate, and Gray with his speed beat it out. He's going to try it again. He bunts at it, ball gets away from the catcher, and it's a wild pitch, and now the runner trying to go to third, and he calls him out as the third baseman gets back, as Boone tries to get a little over-aggressive then. It was bang, bang. Gray had shortened. Gray showed bunt. Third baseman had charged. When the ball got away from the catcher, Gray easily went to second. Third baseman was about 20 feet away from third. He hustles back, and they just threw him out, but a big first out for the Scrappers. Now ground ball to third, and Gray's out 5-3. So all of a sudden, what looked like a promising inning for the Scrappers, Frank, 2 outs and nobody on.
Yeah, it's so good. You watch that leadoff guy home. Good things happen when that goes on, but they make a good heads-up play. Third baseman makes a good tag, and now get a ground out. 2 outs and nobody on.
And here's Chambers.
Chambers is what? He has a sacrifice bunt. 400 hitters for the Scrappers last couple of years. Got some pop in his bat, too.
So the pitcher Porter's going to go talk to Jones. And Jones knows Chambers really well, Frank. They've probably been playing ball against each other since they were 8 or 9 years old.
Absolutely.
He's giving his pitcher a little advice. Swinging a foul on an all-speed pitch. Speed pitch again. And right now it looks like Jones said, Mr. Porter, don't give him any fastball.
Don't give him a fastball.
And another off-speed pitch, and he strikes out. Chambers thinks that the catcher dropped the ball, and I thought he did too, but they've called him out. Chambers running all the way to third base. Catcher threw the ball away back to the pitcher. Bottom line is Chambers strikes out. Another strange-looking play there. Scrappers get no runs on no hits, no errors, and nobody left. Game moves into the 6th. Goodson back to the mound. The Panthers have their bottom part of their batting order up. We'll take a 1-minute break. Scrappers down 5-2. We'll be right back.
wasn't even bad. If you get it on the short up, that's not out. He called him up the whole way, but I mean, if I could see the replay.
I'll have to go back and watch it. Hey, tap your hand. Did you see,
Been all good.
did you see the one where the umpire pretty much called out whoever appealed it? He said, and it is confirmed the ball. Surprise, surprise.
Leading off now for Ashdown in the top of the 16. Will be number 14, Tatum Mitchell, the right fielder.
Goodson back to the mound. Game moves into the 6th. Scrappers down 5-2. This is Tatum Mitchell. Takes one inside, backs him away.
Mitchell was robbed in the second inning by Ray out in right field on a good sliding catch. He singled in the 4th inning, was left stranded.
Frank, as I look in this 5-3 game, their 8 and 9 guys are 3 for 4 right now and could very easily be 4 for 4. Takes a strike. They've been right in the middle of the 2 Ashdown innings. Another late swing and a foul off the screen by the Panther dugout. Everybody gets to play at least 2 games in the Ralph Gross tournament. Scrappers started off Wednesday afternoon versus Prescott. Left-hander Carson Chambers will get to start and tap back to the mound. Goodson throws him out.
Now batting for Ashdown, the catcher, number 20, Logan Johnson.
If we had $1 for every ball hit up the middle by Ashdown today, I think we could feed everybody in the crowd.
No doubt. I have counted 9. That's what I was doing while you were talking. Either base hits or back to the pitcher or to the second baseman and the shortstop over the bag.
Yeah, we have 1 to 3 outs. And I'm with you. We've got 4 hits up through there.
4 singles. Here's Logan Johnson. He started their big inning off back in the 3rd when they got 4 with a base hit and a good breaking ball by Goodson for a strike.
Doubled off the top of the left field wall his last time up. Was luckily left stranded out there.
Ball low. Gage Green, the catcher, keeps it in front. Frank, it was cool to start the game, but the good news is it hadn't gotten a lot colder. It's probably hanging in around 57, 8 degrees, I'd guess. Breaking ball goes inside.
Yeah, good weather for an early high school baseball game.
Weather's supposed to be pretty good for the Ralph Gross, I think, looking at the extended forecast until Saturday. And a good fastball by Goodson, and Johnson takes a big rip and comes up empty. 2-2.
Yeah, it doesn't look to be any of those Ralph Grosses where we've had highs in the upper 30s, low 40s, so that'll be good.
No doubt. Strike 3 call, and Goodson throws him a fastball over the outside edge, and 2 quick outs in the 6th.
Now back to the top of the order. Now batting the second baseman, number 4, Dollarhide.
Dollarhide bats for the 4th time. He's 0 for 2 with a sacrifice bunt.
Grounded to second, grounded to short.
Just inside on a breaking ball. Half swing, and he holds up ball 2. And a good pitch for a strike. Might have been a little bit of a slider. I thought it had a little cut late to it. 2-1. Now that one goes about 55 feet as Green gets in front of it, and he's in danger of walking Dollarhide with Walt Jones on deck. Swing and a miss, throws it by and gets the count back 3-2. 2 outs, nobody on, Nashville down 5-2. Payoff pitch. Ball 4. Here comes Walt Jones. Walt Jones hit it for a while last time, Frank, but Hayden Gray ran it down right in front of the right center field wall.
Yeah, he hit the deepest part of the field out there at 345. Boy, he got a great jump on the ball. Made a tremendous running catch on it.
Scrappers take time.
Coach Stewart calls time, goes out, and the infield comes in. Said something to the umpires, I guess trying to see how many trips he had made out there before he crossed that white line. So we got conferences going on everywhere, Frank. Everybody's in conference except the outfielders.
Yeah, they're all alone out there. That became a thing a few years ago where if you go out, all the base runners have to run over the bats and everything. It takes longer to go. You don't really have that much to say to the runners. The on deck guy, and you got Walt Jones at the plate. You don't need to say a whole lot to him.
That's the new ball. Walt Jones, he's a senior, and he's a good one. Swinging a tackle. Goodson picks it up, throws him out. There's another 1-3. Frank, we may set a record for 1-3s today. Good job by Goodson. He's come in and shut him down. It's still 5-2, getting late. Scrappers need to rally. They come to bat in the bottom of the 6th. Come back and join us. We'll be back on B99.5.
Scoreboard has 9 hits for them and 3 hits for us. I've got us with 8 and 2.
Baseball fans, like to remind you, there's a concession stand you're going to be closing soon.
We have 2, and they've got 8, right? Okay, that's what I thought.
The 6 here at Wilson Park. Only Goodson and Kirby will be the 3 batters. Middle of the order for the Scrappers. They're trailing 5-2 as it gets late here in this ball game. Scrappers only have 2 hits so far on the day. A home run by Gage Green being the big one. That drove in both Scrapper runs. Porter begins his 3rd inning of work in relief for the Panthers. He looks in and gets a sign. Finally gets set. And the lashes run into right field. It's going to be a clear single. That's a good way to start the inning. 3rd hit for the Scrappers today.
So, Frank, you're batting 1,000. You call one batter, you're 1 for 1, huh?
I'm 1 for 1.
Here comes Goodson, unless we have a pinch hitter. Now we're going to have a pinch runner. Looks like Gage Applegate.
Yeah, Gage Applegate.
Freshman Gage Applegate. Heard some good things about this young man.
For the pitcher will be number 15, Gage Applegate.
Mahoney hits it smartly into right field, and Applegate runs for him, and here's Goodson. Scrapper's trying to climb back in this game. It's 5-2, getting late, bottom of the 6th.
Goodson walked his first time up.
Ground ball, base hit to left field. Playing station to station, so Goodson comes in, has done a good job pitching, and now he gets a base hit. See if we're going to run for him.
That'll be Peyton Fritz coming in for him.
Peyton Fritz coming in. So we've got a courtesy runner and a pinch runner on the bases. Scrappers have a chance. A couple of innings ago, Frank, they got a runner to third with less than 2 outs, couldn't get him in. The catcher, Logan Johnson, goes out to talk to his pitcher, Tyler Porter. 2 pitchers used by Ashdown, Baker and Porter, 2 by the Scrappers, Boone and Goodson. Kirby, he's walked a pair of times. Corners are playing in, and they try a little pickoff play, trying to catch the pinch runner asleep. Third baseman charges in. Shortstop goes toward third, hoping the runner will go with him, and they slip the second baseman in behind him, and a ball way outside to Kirby.
Of the 24 pitches that Porter's thrown, that's only his 7th ball, so he's been around the plate.
He has been around the plate. Now the first baseman still in on the grass. Third baseman has dropped back. Kirby from the left side, and a strike right down the middle. Gage Green is on deck. Green has the 2 Scrapper RBIs with a home run to left field. Bounces it up there. Good stop by the catcher Johnson. Runners cannot advance.
Johnson showed a lot of quickness on that one. That was a hard one to get because you can all you do is that, take it off the chest. But he got square to it, bounced back in front of him. Nobody can move up.
Pitch to Kirby. Ground ball toward short. Goes to third and gets the force. He tries to tag him. Zach Stewart says that the third baseman, Altenbomber, didn't make a good play, Frank. There was a force at third. Coach Stewart says that he didn't tag him and was not on the base.
I thought he had his foot on the bag, and then they did tag at him.
So here's Green. Kirby reaches on a fielder's choice.
Green has a home run and a sacrifice bunt.
Kind of don't see that in your box score every day for the 2 at-bats. Green takes a strike. He thought it was a little low. Called a strike. Scrappers got 2 runners on a couple of innings ago. First 2 and couldn't score. Got the first 2 on this inning. Green takes a ball low and inside. Banks Ray is on deck. And strike 2. Green can't pull the trigger.
Little curve ball there.
Now Porter's got him set up. First baseman stays in front of the runner over there. Second baseman trying to keep the runner at second close. And now the pitcher steps off. Looks over in the dugout at Coach O'Bannon. Bases are loaded. Green gets hit in the left leg.
First hit batter of the day.
And Banks Ray comes up in a big situation here.
Courtesy running out at first base for the Scrapper catcher will be number 9, Brett Fritz. Now batting for the Scrappers.
Brett Fritz comes in to courtesy run for Green. And the Scrappers have the bases loaded and 1 out.
And I don't want to cause any alarm, but Gage Green was really favoring that left arm as he came off. I don't know what happened there.
Maybe I thought it hit him in the left leg, but it could have.
It hit solid, that's for sure.
It hit solid. We've already lost one catcher tonight, Dalton Manlove. Little tapper, and it's foul. Tapper down the third baseline. Peyton Fritz is the runner at third. Kirby's running at second. Bases loaded, 1 out. They've got the infield back up the middle for the double play. They enjoy a 5-2 lead deep into the game. We're in the 6th inning with 1 out. Ray hits it into center field. Let's see if he gets over his head. He probably will clear the bases. 1 run, 2 runs in. Here comes the third run. Save! A bases clearing double by Banks Ray over the center fielder's head. And Frank, they were playing a little shallow, and Ray burns him.
He hit that ball really well. They were, like you say, playing shallow, not against that, but they sure couldn't get back to that line drive, and Banks has a double and 3 RBIs.
And we've got a new game. It's 5-5 in the 6th. Here's Hutchison. Go ahead and run at second. Middle infielders bunched up the middle. Hutchison with a really good speed. Almost hits him as he flies out of the way. Big 3-run double by senior Banks Ray. And a strike to Hutchison. Hutchison struck out and popped out. But Frank, he's had a heck of a day defensively.
Yeah, he's turned a couple of rub gems out there. Keep this game where it'll be tight.
Tapper back to the pitcher, and they've got the runner going to third, and they throw it away, and he's safe. Frank, not a good base running play by Banks Ray. It turns out for the Scrappers, Coach Stewart, as soon as he slid into third base, Coach Stewart was telling him that wasn't the play. It's just a one-hopper back to the pitcher, and he hit him dead to rights, and he bounced the throw over there. Now we've got first and third, and Coach O'Bannon comes to the mound, and let's see if he makes a pitching change.
That's the first error they've made on the day, I believe.
That's the first one I have them with anyway, so.
So Hutchison reaches on a fielder's choice, and we have an E1, and the Scrappers have first and third, and we make a pitching change. Frank, early in the year, and I've already lost my voice. We've been here a while. So they make a pitching change. We're going to take a 1-minute break. We'll tell you who the new pitcher is. It's 5-5. Scrappers have runners at first and third. In the 6th, we'll be back in 1 minute. This is Scrapper Baseball.
Hey, Dale, when the game's over, now we'll take kind of a long break, and then Coach Brewer will come back and do a summary, and then we'll take kind of another break, and probably another break, and we'll have a little interview with Coach Stewart, and then we'll do some Some say we're up 7-5.
Ashdown makes defensive changes.
But if you got those 2 runs from Manlove, you don't get the home run.
Now pitching for the Panthers, number 5, Walt Jones. The former pitcher, number 3, Tyler Porter, now playing left field. And now playing shortstop, number 2, Riley Williamson.
Panthers go to their star at shortstop, Walt Jones. Frank, he started for 4 years. He's the best player they have. He committed to the University of Arkansas as a sophomore, and he comes in to try to get the Panthers out of this first and third mess as the Scrappers have tied it.
Yeah, he does take over a mess first and third and win out still.
We've got Zeus Hutchinson at first, Frank, and I'm going to be really surprised with the score now if Hutchinson's not running pretty quickly.
Yeah, he had 8 stolen bases last year as a courtesy runner.
Boone up from the left side. He bats in the leadoff position, not going, and Jones throws it outside. Obviously, this first game for both teams. Both teams have played an exhibition game, but been a pretty good baseball game early here.
That's right, and that's good. Good drama coming down the stretch.
And Jones throws ball 2. Hudson shown no signs of running yet. And now with Boone up in the count, and Hudson has a really small lead over there at first. Swing and a miss. Jones throws it by Boone. Hayden Gray's on deck. This is a pitch to run on if Coach Stewart decides. There he goes. Swinging a pop-up. Let's see if it stays in play. It's going to be close. And the left fielder almost gets there, but he can't make the play. High looping pop-up, Frank, down the left field line.
I think that ball got to bouncing on him a little bit toward the end because he got right by it, but just couldn't get his glove on it.
Got to run with your mouth open, right?
That's right. Run on those toes, hold your mouth open. It's amazing that if you've never seen a ball bounce in your eyes that you just don't believe that happens, but you get out there, it sure does.
Just outside. I think Jones wanted that 2-2 pitch. Now Boone's run the count full. Middle infield is playing back. They're playing for the double play. Ray, the go-ahead run at third base. 3-2. Not going. Strike 3 called. And Boone thinks it was inside, but the umpire rung him up, and there's a big out as Boone takes strike 3.
Now batting for the Scrappers, the right fielder, number 7.
Good pitch there by Jones, though, Frank.
Yeah, it was really close. He got the call on that one.
Hutchinson was not running on 3-2. Here's Gray. There he goes. Throws through. We're going to get a run. No, we're not. As Ray didn't get a good break, he threw through.
Yeah, they cut it off. Second baseman came up onto the grass in front of second base. They were hoping to throw to him where he'll have a short throw home where somebody broke. It was high throw. He barely got his glove on it.
Bottom line is stolen base by Hutchinson. And a strike and a good breaking ball. Walt Jones in relief of Porter. Scrappers have tied it. It's 5-5 in the 6th. Ball outside, and Jones starts walking toward the dugout, but he doesn't get the call. Looks like Jones has kind of gotten loosened up, Frank. He's put a little pop on those.
Yeah, those last two have had more velocity than the first ones.
Now Jones backs off. Second and third, Scrappers have scored 3. The big blow was a bases loaded, basic clearing double by Banks Ray. Strike 3 called. And Jones throws it about the same place and he comes in and strikes out 2, but the Scrappers sent 8 to the plate. They score 3 runs on 3 hits. There was an error. We've got a whole new ball game going into the 7th inning, 5-5. We'll see who goes to the mound for the Scrappers. I think Goodson's coming back out there. We'll be back in 1 minute. 5-5. You're listening to Scrapper Baseball.
Hit ball to 6 innings. Runs on 3 hits. They leave 2 on base. Ashdown commits an error. Your score after 6 complete innings. Ashdown 5, Nashville 5.
Tony was throwing up in the bullpen, so he might do it.
Still really like 2 or 3 dogs. It's the middle.
Order for the Panthers into the 7th in this 5-5 game. Frank, seems like every inning I say they've got the middle of the order coming up.
They started with middle order. This is 2 in a row.
This is Tyler Porter. And Goodson pumps a strike.
Porter has an infield single. He's been robbed of a base hit by Zeus Hutchinson in short. He grounded to third.
Ball outside. Goodson in relief of Boone. And how many's Goodson thrown tonight?
Goodson's thrown 43.
43 pitches. Good outings by both pitchers. And just outside, ball 2. Late in this game, I want to really try to keep that leadoff runner off the base. 3, 4, and 5 up for Ashdown. And a strike as Porter's taking all the way. Honey, Hutchison, Ray, and Kirby left to right around the infield for the Scrappers. Strike 3 call, and it's right there. And last 2 pitches, Frank, Porter never even tried to pull the trigger.
No, I'm not sure what he thought that last pitch was. It was just a good low fastball. But he takes it. Second strikeout for Goodson.
And a breaking ball goes all the way across the plate for a ball 1.
Malcolm Bowman's walked twice. He's singled and rolled in a run and scored a run for the Panthers.
Ground ball to the right of Hutchinson. He gets it deep in the hole, bounces it. And Kirby comes up with it, but he beats it out. Didn't really have much chance there, Frank, as he threw it from the outfield grass.
Well, about 4th infield hit those managed to pull today. Yeah, he had little or no chance right there. Had to go deep in the hole to get a high hopper. After Bonner has some dribble speed.
And where Hutchinson was in, and he's really had a good game defensively, but you need a big-time arm to make that throw, Frank. Big time.
Need a Mason Wynn arm. Sean Dunston.
They're not here. Here is Mason Washington. He's been right in the middle of trouble for the Scrappers tonight. He fouls it off the right side.
Now he has double single, scored a run, has 2 RBIs for the Panthers.
There goes the runner. Green's throw, got a chance. He gets him. Boy, what a quick release there. Talk about that Gage Green throw, Frank.
Oh, that was a great throw. I mean, his footwork was just absolutely perfect. The way he received the ball, got it up to his throwing hand, got it out of his hand really quick, and long drive throw down the second right on the money.
And Frank, it really wasn't very close.
It wasn't. In the major leagues, they call that out by a mile.
2-2 now. 2 outs, nobody on. Scrapper's trying to get a tie game into the 7th. The bottom of the 7th. Little breaking ball goes inside. Now he goes full to Washington. Oh, and he hits him. Tries a breaking ball, and it doesn't break. And Washington's hit by the pitch. Frank, and with Washington's speed, even though Green just made a great play and threw out a runner, I sure wouldn't be surprised if they didn't send him.
I wouldn't either. A lot of times in high school ball, one of the things you got to think, he made a great throw that last time. Let's see if he can do that again.
Here's
2 out.
Fielder Riley Williamson. Goodson's thinking the same thing. Throws over. Chambers makes. Kirby makes a pretty good play. Keep that from being a wild throw. Williams has got one of these infield hits we've been talking about tonight. Not going, and a strike by Goodson. 5-5 in the 7th. Little flare into right, and I don't believe Gray can get there. He can't. I mean, just a checker base hit, and it'll be 1st and 3rd. 2 outs, and good job by Honey. Gray didn't know which base to back up. Goodson didn't know which base to back up, but Honey keeps the ball in play. Now they've got 1st and 3rd, and Frank, that was just an excuse me base hit.
Yeah, I got it off the end of the bat, had a curve to it. Almost got to the foul line. Chambers hustled, got it in.
Now Coach Stewart calls timeout.
I say this on their infield hits, and they have had several, but a lot of that has to do with showing really good range by the Scrapper defenders. They've gone a long way to keep balls on the infield.
Frank, we'll probably keep it right here. All the Ashdown people are meeting at the first base box. Coach Stewart calls timeout, goes to the bag. If you remember earlier in the game, they had 1st and 3rd, and they tried to steal a run and did for the forced balk or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
They get the runner hung up between 1st and 2nd. Scrappers thought they made the play. I thought Boone handled it well. He stepped off, looked at the runner, got the ball to Ray. Ray thought he could tag the base runner before the runner crossed the plate. He made a tag at him, apparently didn't get him, then tagged him right after that. They ruled the run good. So,
yeah, that gives them their 5 runs. I mean, of course, the man love force out play brought Scrapper with 2 runs.
So we'll see if they're going to put something on or if they're going to let Taylor Mitchell just swing it. He's 0 for 3.
That's Jared Baker.
Baker's back in. He came in and hit for Mitchell.
He grounded into a double play his last time up.
And Goodson pumps a strike. We'll watch the runner at first. That's Williamson. See if he tries to get hung up and them steal the go-ahead run. It's 5-5 here. Baker takes a look at his wrist. Here's the 0-1 pitch. There goes the runner, and he steals the base.
They wanted that to be the play. I thought we would not throw through in that case.
And I agree with not throwing through. I mean, if a base hit, they're going to get 2. But there's a lot of things can go wrong. He took a late start, inviting us to throw through. Ground ball to 3rd. Honey gets it, throws a strike. And the Scrappers get out of it. A little enthusiasm over on that Scrapper dugout now. And what a good job by Goodson getting out of that as he gets Mitchell to ground out 5-3. Scrappers can win it in the bottom of the 7th. Their star Walt Jones will be on the mound. Scrappers will have the top of the order up there. What you want in any game, and we're starting off the high school season with a good one. It's 5-5, bottom of 7. Come back and join us in 1 minute on B99.5.
Some of us feel like we was running circles back. Can you put an asterisk by that?
You guys gonna stay up late and watch Hogs basketball tomorrow night? They don't start till 9 o'clock. No. I don't think so.
I don't want to start now. I think so.
I agree. They scored 12 points in the first
Playing
half.
right now,
Saturday.
Bobby is second game for the Scrappers. Will be the left fielder. Number 1, Carson Chambers.
Carson Chambers, Mason Honey, Jaden Goodson. They're trying to get a run off of the senior star for the Panthers, Walt Jones.
Carson's walked, sacrificed bunt, and struck out today.
Good pitch and a good cut. He got something in, Frank, and just missed it. Chambers gets on top of that ball. He got some power.
He does. He'll probably see a breaking pitch this time.
He does and takes it outside. Playing Chambers pretty well straight away, infield and outfield. Like to see that leadoff runner on. And a ball outside. Jones stays with the soft stuff. Frank, you remember earlier in the game when Jones was at shortstop, he came and talked to Porter and I think told him to keep that soft stuff to Chambers. That time he throws a fastball and now Chambers is up in the count 3-1.
Yep, try to go high and away with that fastball. That's a good location for a fastball to a left-handed batter. And got a little too high.
Had a pitch and he took a rip and had a good cut and fouled it back to the screen. 3-2, tie game, 7th inning. Opening day here at Wilson Park. The crowd has seen a good one. Breaking pitch, he fouls it off. I think it'll get out of play, and it does between the netting and the roof here at Wilson Park. Three and two to Chambers, trying to get home. Honey on deck. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, took something off, and Jones made a good pitch, Frank. I think he was sitting on fastball and didn't get it.
Yeah, he came back in with a little change up right there. Got Chambers' timing off.
Now batting for the Scrappers, number 13, Mason Honey.
And a breaking pitch and a good one had Honey bailing out, and it cuts across the inside corner for strike 1.
Honey's walked, lined out, and singled today.
Ball up.
Hit the ball hard twice.
Takes something off again, has Honey way out in front. Got him set up at 1-2. Tries to overthrow that one and throws it against the backstop. Frank, you can really tell he overthrew that one.
Yeah. He had a little extra pause in his windup trying to load up on that one.
Let's see what he'll dial up for Honey on 2 and 2. Swing and a miss.
Jones has faced 4 batters, and he struck out all 4.
I was going to say, all of a sudden, Mr. Jones has struck out all 4 guys he faced. That's why he's a star, Frank. Here's Goodson. Wave at a pitch way high. Little flare might drop, does drop. Goodson sticks his bat out and flares it over second base. There's the winning run. And here's Carson Kirby. And here comes Peyton Fritz. Frank Fritz got a little speed, 2 out. You know it worse, we're going to play some more. See if Coach Stewart puts him in motion. Not going. Doesn't matter. Wild pitch. Base hit may win it for the Scrappers. Carson Kirby's walked twice and hit into a fielder's choice. 2 outs, 5-5 in the 7th. Fritz be going on contact. Grab ball up the middle. Here comes the runner. He comes on, floating plate. Save! The Scrappers winning. Kirby with a walk-off base hit. Carson Kirby and the Scrappers win it 6-5. And the team all over Kirby at the pitching mound. And what a good big win for the Scrappers, Frank.
Absolutely. Got a lot of adversity today just on some odd plays and close calls. Kept their head in the game, come back, get a run along with 2 outs, get a raw pitch, get him in the scoring position, and Kobe just hits a line drive through the middle of the infield. And we score the winning run and win 6-5.
Frank, JT, I had to talk with Coach Stewart. Are they planning on playing JV tonight?
It's on the schedule as JV.
It's on the schedule JV as the teams walk across and congratulate each other. Frank, that was a good one tonight now.
Excellent ball game. A good way to start the season. Really good team they're playing out there in Ashdown. And come through with some big hits when we needed them. It was a good plays.
We're gonna let JT go over the Ralph Gross schedule for you, which starts Wednesday. Then we're gonna take a long break, and Frank will have the summary. Then we'll come back, and Coach Stewart will come up and join us. We'll talk about the day's game. Frank, we could talk about tonight's game for a long time. We'll keep it short. But JT, Ralph Gross starts Wednesday. Kind of go through the schedule and what teams are going to be here.
Yeah, it's the 21st annual Ralph Gross tournament held here in Nashville. It'll start on Wednesday. The Scrappers will take on Prescott at 4 o'clock. That'll be the only game on Wednesday. Then on Thursday, it'll start at 3 with the defending Ralph Gross champion Magnolia Panthers taking on Prairie Grove. Then following that game, Shiloh Christian will take on Genoa Central. And then the night game on Thursday will be Mayflower taking on Star City. And then you move to Friday. Friday we'll have 3 games as well. We won't know who plays in those, obviously, until the games are completed, but there'll be a 3 o'clock, a 5:30, and an 8. Then on Saturday, we've got a 12:30, a 3.
I believe a 10 and a 10, I think so.
Oh, there is a 10, yes, I see it.
5 games on Saturday.
10, a 12:30, a 3, and a 5:30. So load up on some high school baseball here at Wilson Park. And we'll have all those games broadcast on our Scrapper Baseball YouTube page. You can check for the link for that on our Scrapper Baseball Facebook page. But we'll have it all here for you right here.
All right, Scrappers win a thriller 6-5. Frank's going to have all the summary and all the highlights after we take about a minute and a half break. After that, we'll talk to Coach Stewart. A lot of crazy things happened in the ball game tonight, but the Scrappers win it 6-5. We're going to take a break. Frank will have the summary in a minute. This has been Scrapper Baseball. We'll be right back.
You know what I thought, and I didn't say it, but you don't need to speculate if anybody's listening to it. I saw Ron Howell on his last bat of the year, Mr. Carter, he said, but I was when he was where you watching him, he didn't know about himself, he went too stiff.
Well, you may not have seen it, but in the Super Bowl a couple years ago, Green stepped out on the field.
When they non-contact.
Yep.
Scrappers win a thriller here, 6-5. Get behind 5-3.
Ray knocked in 3 in the 6th, tied it up, and then won it in the 7th. Frank's going to tell you how it all happened and all the highlights and the stats.
Final line score, Johnny Nashville, 6 runs on 6 hits, committed 1 error, left 6 on base. Ashdown Panthers, 5 runs on 10 hits, they committed 1 error and left 9 on base. Winning pitcher was Jaden Goodson. He pitched 3 2/3 innings, allowed no runs, struck out 2, walked 2, and allowed 4 hits. Losing pitcher was Walter Jones for the Panthers. Some big hits for the Scrappers in this ball game. Luke Boone, who started as a pitcher, he reached base once. Hayden Gray had a single. Carson Chambers walked and had a sacrifice bunt. Mason Honey had a walk and a single. Jaden Goodson had a base on ball and 2 singles. He scored 2 runs for the Scrappers. Carson Covey had a big walk-off single there in the 7th inning. That went with his RBI, and he reached base 3 times tonight. Gage Green had put the Scrappers on the board with a home run in the 2nd inning. Had scored 2. And Banks Ray in the 6th inning with the Scrappers trailing by 3 hit a line drive double over the center field head that played it 3 runs. Also on the defensive side, you had some Webb Jones that went with that. Juice Hutchinson, 2 really good plays out at short. Gray, a really good play, 2 good plays out in the outfield today. Kobe, a really good job picking up some throws over at first. And a really good throw down to second to catch a runner stolen by Gage Green. So with some adversity out there, they overcame it. A really good win. Great way to start the season.
Really fun up here the first game. Had a good crowd up here, Frank, and they saw a thriller. As you say, the Scrappers came back and won it 6-5. Coach Zach Stewart, he gets up here pretty quickly, so we're going to visit with him a minute. They're going to play JV, so we'll talk to him a minute. We could probably talk for an hour, Coach.
We could talk a long time today.
We could talk a long time on that one. Great win, a couple of 3 things. First 2-3 innings, I thought y'all got all your bad luck for the year out of the way.
I hope you're right. I hope you're right. I don't know if it could have gone any crazier than it did those first couple.
And if you weren't listening earlier, and we talked about it, Scrappers had 2 outs in the first. Dalton Manlove at the plate. Runners at second, third. He lines a base hit to left field. Both runners score. Scrappers are ahead 2-1 as I was watching the baseball out there. Because there was a play, then I looked back, and Manlove had only probably gone about 7 or 8 feet from the plate. He hurt his leg, wasn't able to get to first base, so they tagged him, but it's a force at first.
Correct, because he never got to first
so
base.
he doesn't get to first base, so that's very unusual. Had some bad luck on some balls tipping the pitcher back through the middle.
I think two or three balls hit Boone's glove going through the middle that he almost had.
I think I counted they had 9 balls back up the middle. But anyway, with all that out of the way, Scrappers win at 6-5. I thought your team showed a lot of grit. Big hit by Ray, big hit by Kirby. Your thoughts on the game?
Hey, both those guys, Banks and Kirby, earlier in the game, in another big situation, didn't come through. And I mean, that's life, that's baseball. And so they get another opportunity later in the game. Banks comes through with a big time 3 RBI double, and then Kirby has the game-winning hit there through the middle. But no, you said it. I mean, we thought we would be up 2-0 going into the second. We're not. We come back next at bat. Gage hits a big home run to left, and then then this is where the coach comes out. Then we go next 3 batters strike out. 3 outs. We don't have another base runner. I'd like to get another base runner there. We have a couple zeros there in the middle. We bunt a guy over, so we've got second and third, maybe in the 4th or 5th inning. We've got second, third, 1 out. We don't get a run in. We go to strike out, maybe ground out or strike out pop up.
And so then we get it with all the stuff that happened. It's 5-5 going into the bottom of the 7th.
Correct.
They have brought their star, Walt Jones, in the 6th inning. The first 2 he faced in the 6th strikes them out.
Yes.
First 2 he faces in the 7th, our 3 and 4 hitter strikes them out. Then
Jaden singled to center.
Goodson, who's the winning pitcher, hits kind of a little flare out into center field for a base hit. And then they wild pitch him to second. That's big. And then your first baseman, Carson Kirby, comes up, and if we had all the technology, we'd say, and now this is the play of the game.
That's right.
Gets the base hit and wins it. So,
I mean, that's all we did. We just did a little bit. Those guys did a really good job. Walt's a heck of a pitcher. I mean, he's sitting 90-92. Really good curveball. We talked before that bat right before the inning. Hey, make him beat us with a curveball, and he did. I mean, he goes against Carson with a curveball, goes against Tony with the curveball. Then we get a bloop single and give us second base. And all we take now we just need a base hit. Kirby comes up with a good one. But Jaden coming in the 4th inning and pitching a heck of a ball game. Coming in, throwing strikes with all of his pitches, and then comes up with 2 really big hits.
Yeah, he was one of the several stars, along with Ray and Kirby and Jaden. And then I thought the bottom of their order hurt you. At one time they were 3 for 4.
Yep.
And then the top of it came back when they had their big inning. We thought we had an out down at second base before they scored a run. Umpires didn't think it was like that, so they had that big inning. But then we shut them down from the 4th on. They only scored 1 run. You only used 2 pitchers, Boone and Goodson, and Goodson had big hits.
Yes.
And also was the winning pitcher and got a win over D1 commit. So you can't ask for
that's
more.
Exactly right. That's the number 1 team in the 3A with the preseason rankings and all that. But I mean, that's the number 1 team in 3A right there. I mean, they're going to be a really good squad. We're going to get to see them again here in a couple of weeks, where we go to their place. And if I know Nashville Ashdown, it's going to be another one just like today. But our kids, they didn't quit. That's something I thought we kind of had a letdown in our benefit game last week. We talked about that. We got on about that, and we didn't go away today, and we got rewarded for it.
So a couple more things, and I'll let you go. We've talked about the offense. Frank mentioned played good defense. Kirby made some good picks at first base. Green made a good throw, threw out a runner. It wasn't even close at second base. Key point in the game late. Hutchison, Gray made good plays. Honey was solid at third. Talk about your defense.
All those guys you said had big opportunity, big time there at the end. They all did the same thing earlier, and it just didn't work out. And then this time they did. So learning from that failure, learning from our throwdown, make sure we get on target. Gage throws that guy out. Having big at bats there at the end. But I mean, our defense was really solid. We had that freak injury early on, and we had to move some guys around. We had Madden Arnold start at short, and Zeus was actually in center to start today's game. And so whenever we had to move stuff around, Arnold had to come out with the rules of the game. And Zeus goes to short, Peyton goes to center, and I mean, Zeus made a bunch of incredible plays tonight.
Yeah, I thought he looked good. So put this one behind us. We're 1-0. JT has talked about the bracket and stuff. Talk about the Ralph Groves a little bit, and then we'll let you go.
We've got Prescott Wednesday starting at 4. We'll play them in the first game of the first round, and then on Thursday all the other teams play. So Magnolia and Prairie Grove, they'll play at 3, and then Mayflower. Oh, it's right here. Mayflower and Star City will play at 8. And then Shiloh and Genoa, they'll play at 5:30. We'll play depending on us and Prescott, we'll play the winner or loser of the Shiloh-Genoa game. All these teams, I mean, Genoa, they're a top 5 team in 3A. Shiloh's a top 5 team in 4A. Prairie Grove's returning state championship. Magnolia's, I believe, the first or second seed in the 4A. And then we've got us, and then you go Star City, another regional team, and Mayflower, they're always a really good, solid ball team. So, I mean, it's going to be a really good Ralph Gross. Weather looks great.
Weather looks good till Saturday.
Saturday, we're hoping that it'll move into Sunday, or it'll kind of just move out. Right. Just like, in Arkansas, you never know. It might snow. We really don't know.
All right. Scrappers win it 6-5 with a run in the bottom of the 7th. 2 out. Base hit by Carson Kirby. Drives in the winning run. Exciting start to the year. We've had Coach Zach Stewart up here. We'll talk about some other things with you as we go through the year. We'll be back Wednesday at 4. Scrappers open up the Ralph Groves tournament against the Prescott Curly Wolves. Scrappers beat Ashdown in the thriller tonight 6-5, scoring in the bottom of the 7th. Good night from